So these are the commonly used material used for making this layer known as the aggregate base course. Now next, as I have written about this material which are going to form this our material in proper blend for making this layer known as the aggregate base course. Now this material which we have mentioned, which we have blended, we can accept it if certain conditions are satisfied, if certain properties are satisfied. So what are those properties? So now let me explain to you further the properties of this material. First property is gradation. Very, very important. Now, whenever you are working on any projects, every project related to the road has their own technical specification. And every project, when you will go through this drawing, every cross section of the road will show that which type of the material you have to use over there, and the gradation will be mentioned. That what is the gradation acceptable for our project, because gradation plays a vital role for the strength of this material. As I have already written, mostly 50 mm down material is accepted. Now, as next I will tell you, although this 50 mm down material is accepted, but there are some guidelines available to know about the gradation of this material, and this gradation as per AASHTO M147, it has divided this gradation of this material into type A, into type B, into type C, into type D, into type E, and type F. What this standard say? This gradation for the aggregate base course material should fall in this category: type A, type B, type C, type D, type E, and type F. From here I will not go in detail. I will just concentrate that mostly this type B is preferred. Now I will tell you, it is 50 mm down material, so I will tell you about this envelope. Envelope means what should be the minimum range and what should be the maximum range, and its density limit should lie within this limit. So as it is 50 mm down material, 50, 25, 19, 4.75 to 0.45, 425 and 0.075. So this is my scale. And as I have told you, I am going to discuss this material. 100% should pass through this bigger one. The next 75 to 95. Next 40 to 75. 30 to 60. 20, 45. 15, 30, and 5 to 20. So this is my envelope. Lower limit and upper limit, lower limit, upper limit, lower limit, upper limit, lower, upper, and my material which I am going to use as an aggregate base course, if it is lying exactly within the middle, this material will be given more preference. Although we have the envelope, but in this envelope, try to keep your material right in the median. That is more acceptable. That will give you the good characteristics. So this is the about this gradation. After this gradation, second property which you should have to learn very well, that is the shape, particle shape. Particle shape mean, first thing, particle should be angular and fractured. Round particle is not preferred. So you can say that smooth and round particles not preferred. Third one, when the particle is too much long or when the particle is too much thin, so this is known as the flakiness and elongation. So flaky limit, flaky and elongation are also limited. Limited means we are not saying we don't need this flaky and elongated particle. Limited means we need this quantity in certain. So this is my second property about this. Next I am going to discuss these material which I have to use it as an aggregate base course. This material should have some characteristics known as the stability. Now the question is, what is the stability? As I have explained to you that material is a combination of coarse, fine and then silt. This coarse and fine are going to interlock with each other. You see, the aggregates have interlocked with each other and there is space between them, and this space is filled by the silt material and clay material. This, when it is filling, it is going to interlock them and it is going to bind them. So this is the binding characteristic. So in this way the stability can be increased. So keep this thing in mind. Stability will increase if the coarse and fine material courses are interlocked with each other and the gap between them is filled by this silt and clay material, is going to form a good surface. And next, after this stability, the third characteristics which I have explained to you, next one is the plasticity. Plasticity means amount of clay-like material. Clay, although as I have written you, it is required in order to find the cohesion, but it is not required if the limit is more than the certain. Because if the limit is more than the certain, it has the capability to swell it and to destroy the road structure. So that is why this plasticity means that we have to limit the use of clay like material, as I have already explained to you why. Last one, abrasion and soundness. Now the question is, what is the meaning of abrasion and soundness? This is my last property. Abrasion means during the service or during the laying period, aggregate should not disintegrate. Aggregate should go on compaction. Aggregate should go on forming a proper bond, but it should not break down. So this is known as the abrasion. Soundness means that when the road is in the cyclic life, when the road is being used, the weather will change. Sometimes weather is cool, sometimes weather is hot. So due to the change of the weather, it should not go on disintegration. So this is the property related to the abrasion and soundness. it is going to measure the physical strength of the aggregate. So this was all about this known as our characteristics or the properties which are required. First I told you about the gradation. After the gradation, particle shape. After the particle shape, base stability. After the base stability, why we need this plasticity. And after the plasticity, and I have told you that physical strength. Physical strength is related to the abrasion and soundness. That material should sustain its strength during the use time. It should not be affected. It should not go on disintegrating due to the change of the weather. Now, these properties which I have just written you over here, and I will tabulate it, and I will tell you how we have to measure this property and what is their limit of acceptance. You know, first property, is the gradation. Gradation is determined by sieve analysis. By sieve analysis, which method we are using? AASHTO T27. And what will be our acceptance criteria? It should be the type B or C. This is my criteria line, criteria column. This is my method. So, method or reference, you can say that. Second one, as I have already told you, that particle shape. Particle shape mean flaky and elongation. This flaky and elongation, BS 812 part 105 method. And it should not be more than 35%. And I have already explained to you, it is required, but there is certain limit, and this limit is given over here. Third property, stability. Stability is related with CPR. Stability is related with the optimum moisture and dry density relationship. This CPR by T193 method, AASHTO T193. Then optimum moisture content and dry density relationship, T180 method. Its value 2.1, its value 65%. Because CPR value should be 65. Fourth property, plasticity. This plasticity means we have to measure the liquid limit and plastic limit. The method used T89 method and T90 method. T89 says the moisture content, this liquid limit should not be more than 35, and plastic limit or the plasticity index should not be more than 6. And sometimes we can say that the sand equivalent is also mentioned, that you can say this sand equivalent. This sand equivalent is determined by the method T176 and its value is 25%. Below this material is not acceptable because it's going to give us a purification. The fifth property, abrasion. And in this abrasion, we are using this Los Angeles abrasion. T96 method. and its value is 40%. Last one, soundness. Means change in condition. This change in condition we have to measure by ASTM C88 or T104 method, and its value is 12%. Because if it is more than 12%, material will be rejected. It means material does not having the sound characteristic. Material is not strong enough. And although it is little lengthy lecture, but I hope you may have understand it. If you have any query, if you want that some concept is not understandable to you, you please can give me your comments, and I will try my best to explain your queries, and I will try to remove all the doubt in your mind about this very important layer of my road structure that is known as the aggregate road base. And thank you very much for seeing this.